Hello guys, so this is Somansh Arora and today we'll be discussing about all the new features that we got with Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8. Let's go. So that's my blog for new features of Red Hat Enterprise Linux. So RHEL 8 was released on 7th May 2019, which was based on Fedora 28 and the Linux kernel 4.18. So this was basically released in respect to all the cloud technologies that has been releasing, and Red Hat has been in a focus for all the cloud and hybrid technologies for this particular OS. So viewing all the new technologies, we'll be discussing what features came in with RHEL 8. So starting with the architecture, Red Hat support almost all kind of architectures that are 64-bit Intel and AMD, and also support ARM 64-bit and IBM Power Systems that are S924 or like LC series that is specifically designed for Linux. And let's discuss the main features that comes with RHEL 8. So the first features that is most famous is cockpit. However, you can also install cockpit with RHEL 7 manually. RHEL 8 comes in by default. It works on port 1990, and I have done a separate session just for cockpit. If you want to see, go to my channel. Uh, let's let's give you a little view of how a cockpit works. So you can open this web console of cockpit. That will show you all the monitoring things of CPU, memory, disk. That's a very vital information in graphs for any administrator or any Linux user. So you can also view logs. Let me refresh. Yep. So you can manage networking. You can create rules of firewall, do bonding. You can change Ethernet settings. You can restart services from here, and even you can run terminals. You don't have to open putty now. You can run terminal and manage all the things, all the services, accounts. I didn't show you the accounts. You can create new accounts, lock it, make them administrator, provide them pseudo services, everything. You can increase your file systems. You can shrink it, grow it. If the file system functionality allows, you can shrink it, yes. You can see the logs by days. So that's a very brief intro to cockpit. Next feature that comes up with this that Yum has been upgraded. Earlier it was Yum version 3. Now we have Yum version 4 that is based on DNF. DNF is actually picked up from Fedora only. So what happens is the new Yum supports modular approach as well as the RPM package manager. So you can use DNF and Yum. So this tells us that in future Yum will be depreciated and DNF will be used. I can show you this that both DNF and Yum can be used in Relate like this. You can do DNF install any package like let's telnet. So it'll, oh, it's already installed. DNF remove telnet. You can remove it, install it. So the commands has been kept same so that no one has to a new guy don't have to remember all the new commands. It will be same as Yum. However, if you use Yum, it also works same. So as I told you that it also supports a modular approach. That is because we have a new feature that is application stream, or people call it appstream. So uh, keeping appstream in the eye for all the developers, uh, Red Hat has just differentiated the base OS packages and the application related packages in two different repositories. So if anyone will do a yum install any kind of application like Perl, you'll notice that all the Perl packages are coming from appstream, or any dependent package that is required from the base core OS packages that will come from base OS. So they have differentiated the whole packages so that they can support it differently also. So the base OS packages are supported like for the 10-year production support, and appstream packages are not actually supported for the whole 10 year. They have their own life cycle since RHEL 8. You can also check it out on Redhat website. They have a particular life cycle for all the applications. So app streams brings in the modular approach. You don't have to install each and every package with the checking in all the version dependency for all the package. They comes in module, so you can do a yum module list, and you'll right now it's a very small list. If you want to have like PostgreSQL, that version with version 8, you can install yum module install PostgreSQL, and it'll show you that it has enabled the module stream with version 10. Of course, you can use the other modules, other versions like 9.6. This is called stream. A module can have multiple streams with different versions. So whenever a new application person tells an admin that we have to get a new version of DB or new version of application installed, so he or she just have to tell him the version. So all the supported packages for, like say in example here, PostgreSQL will be installed with Postgres with this module. So see, all these packages are getting downloaded and installed simultaneously. So you don't have to download all the packages, each and every package manually. So that's the thing with modules. It's a very it has just saved a lot of time for all the administrators. So of course, sorry, the new OS comes with the kernel 4.8. The major things are that it has increased the limit for physical memory to 4 petabyte. Earlier it was only 64 terabyte. I would not say only, it's also a massive amount, but still uh, the increase is also very massive. Now it also supports USB 3.2. Earlier it was only up to 3.0. So genome is now Wayland is backing up the genome display manager. Earlier it was Xorg. You must have used X11 to use the GUI for different application installations. Now you will be managing the similar things with Wayland. However, Xorg won't be phased out right now. You will see Xorg still in production servers or wherever you install RHEL 8. Even if you upgrade from RHEL 7 to RHEL 8, you won't get Wayland. You have to manually go to Wayland. It'll work. Xorg will continue working with the relate. nftable has been introduced. IP table, IP6 tables have been phased out. So nftable has faster packet filtering, and it works on tables. XFS has also extended with copy on write functionality. So now two processes can have write on the same block simultaneously. It How it works is that XFS breaks the links to the common blocks, whatever the processes are using, and create a new file. So your processes won't get affected, and CPU wait time will be saved a lot. Also, XFS max size has been doubled up to 1024 TB from 500 TBs. Moving on to the expansions that we were looking, of course, we were looking for upgrade for LVM. We have a new storage manager. So if you don't want to use LVM, it's totally fine with RHEL 8. However, right now it's not the default one, but yes, stratis will be used in production servers a lot near future. So it's a pool based storage manager. You can do thin provisioning, and it will automatically grow your file system as and when required. Even you can reduce it, so you don't have to actually do anything. It works on its own. Also, a lot of new packages have came up. Of course, new OS brings in a lot of new packages. OpenSSH has been upgraded, and yes, important thing is that SSH version 1 is now no longer supported. So anything in your application working with SSH version 1 will not work in RHEL 8. You'll have to manually turn it up, enable it, but by default it won't be working. Also, yeah, also, uh, if you have any passwordless communication between multiple servers on DSA public keys configured, forget it. If you just upgraded it to RHEL 8, it will stop working. So even DSA public keys has been phased out, but of course you can change the SSH configurations according to you to reuse DSA. But by default, they are not considered more secure than previously. Nginx was has been introduced in RHEL 8 as a web server. Of course, it's well, everyone knows about it, but Nginx has now been moved from its extra repositories, Yum extra repository, to the base core OS repositories like Apache. So Nginx is one very good addition towards its core packages. Python 3.6 will be available. 2.7 will also be available, but 3.6 will be kept as the default. Node.js, PHP, Perl, Swig, MariaDB, MySQL, PostgreSQL all have been upgraded, and Redis is also available. So a lot of new packages to explore. Uh, so there's a long list. You can go through any RHEL 8.0 or 8.1 release notes to go in a very deep discussion about it. Those were just basic things that are the major takeouts from RHEL 8 new features. And that's it from my side. You can always follow us on YouTube for new things. I'll be putting a more few of these things in details. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.